Hello friends, I am back with another process video. I am flashing back to 2014 and I am not super excited about these photos. It was just a random night. We all went out and went to the bar and just had some fun. Um, and I don't know, there's really nothing too special about these photos, but I wanted them documented. So, in order to kind of like inspire me to get these photos down and in my 2014 album, I decided to use my new kit. So, I do like to do that sometimes when I'm not super thrilled about the photos themselves. It's fun to use a kit that I am excited about. Um, I do try now to kind of choose my pictures based on the story that I want to tell. Um, and I do think that this was a story in and of itself. You know, this was back when my boyfriend went to a different college and we went to visit him, and these were some of his best friends. And we don't really see these people now that Zach graduated. So I do really like having these memories documented and the people, and, just think about all the fun times that we had in college, really. Um, so anyway, I'm just cutting down some of the 6x6 pieces of paper that came in the Pocket Life kit, and I wanted to use this photo, but it wasn't vertical, so I just cut it down. I would like to start using the stamps more. I'm seriously so inspired by Kelly Purkey. I love how she does her project life, but she doesn't do events like me. She does more like weekly project life. So I think that her stamps definitely work out a lot better for her. And I do think that these stamps in the Citrus Twist kit work out better for people that are doing stamping on their true project life pages, where I just like documenting in POC pages. But that doesn't mean that the stamps don't always necessarily not fit. So this one just said hanging out. I really like the font. It came in like almost like a, bubble font. And I always like using the cut apart sheet. So that's what I'm doing right now, cutting out a label. If you watch a lot of my Project Life videos, I really like using these labels. Just add a little bit of journaling to each one of my pages. I mean, not pages, each one of my photos, just to kind of say, like, who's in the photo, what we were doing. Just add a little bit of journaling if I don't have a full pocket full of journaling anyway. Um, I wish I would have, kept documenting as time went on, if that makes sense. Like, I'm doing this so far into the future now. It's 2017, and I'm just now really getting to my 2014 album. I wish I would have kept up with scrapbooking. Obviously, I was in college and I just had so much on my plate. I didn't have the time or resources at the time. I did have to take a break with scrapbooking. I didn't even have like a place to scrapbook. But I think that I would have, wrote down some funny stories that happened. I know I have Facebook, thankfully, and I can go back and kind of like try and see what I posted at the time. But regardless, I'm still thankful for all the photos I took, for all the memories that we have. Um, I don't know. I know I'm getting like really rambly with this video that's just about Project Life, but I'm going ahead and putting down some of the leather stickers from the Citrus Twist kit, which I thought were pretty cool. Just fun to add a different texture to my album. I love adding different textures, and I love these little alphas. I've noticed a lot of titles being used with these little alphas mixed with thickers, but I still think that alone these are great for Project Life because you can add little titles to all of your pockets and it not be overwhelming. So I'm just putting the title The Live, because that is what the bar was called. It was called The Living Room, which I thought was kind of a unique bar, but everyone called it The Live. And I'm going to also take another label, I believe, and put that on like it was in the photo with us, or with me, and kind of a little bit about that night as well. One thing that I do love about the Pocket Life Kit from Citrus Twist is that it comes with a bunch of different embellishments, and I feel like it just makes my Project Life pages super easy to pull together and look really cute at the same time. Another thing that you may notice about this particular Project Life page is if you go back to my video, I talk about the process of my scrapbooking. So, how I kind of put my pictures all together, how I get my photos printed, put them in the album, and then scrapbook whatever my little heart desires. And this particular page, I had started putting this into my 2014 album, and I pre rounded my corners. Now, I don't round my corners anymore, uh, and I already kind of did that. And I don't really have a corner rounder anymore, so I'm going to have a little mix of rounded corners and not rounded corners. And you know what? That probably drives some people crazy. Trust me, girl, I get it. I get it. Don't worry. It's going to drive me crazy. If I can find it, I'll round the corners, but at the same time, if I can't, I'm not gonna put too much pressure on myself. The pictures are in there, and I wonder if anyone would even have noticed I wasn't rounding the corners if I didn't say anything. But it's fine. I know the people who look at my albums don't care. I care, but they don't care. Like my boyfriend is he'll never even look at this and be like, "Babe, why did you not round these corners?" But anyway, I digress. Um, Right now, I'm really just putting down my title card. So I put down Mobile and Night Out, I believe. And I liked mixing the yellow from the alphas that came in the kit. But we've been getting a lot of these alphas recently, and I do really like them because they're bigger than um, the little sticker alphas right here, but they also have a little bit of substance, so you can put them in your album and make a bigger title, but it's also not overwhelming, and I could put like Movale on any of these photos really and not make it take up the whole entire card. Um, Maybe in this instance I should have had bigger alphas because I had a lot of extra space left over, but that's fine. I mean, the photos are really busy, so I don't think every single card needs to be this super busy pocket. So here I'm just cutting down. I wanted to tie a little bit of yellow in because I used yellow alphas, some yellow stickers, and then if you look at the picture on the left, um, the light made that picture also look yellow. So I thought it would be cool to do that. I looked through the little 3x4 cards that came in the kit, but they never really look good horizontal. So they're always vertical, typically. So I didn't really have a choice. I kind of had to um, pick out of the 6x6 what I wanted to use. Again, I'm challenging myself to use the stamps. I'm using the stamp today, and I'm putting this just across the top of this card, and then I'm just cleaning it off with my stamp chamois. And in case you're wondering, I'm using the ink StazOn. I wanted this to be a little bit like more textured, so it definitely is a really good stamping pad. It's one of my favorites, especially for actual photos. They don't rub off. It's like a permanent ink. Um, but I kind of wanted this card to look a little bit more textured. So I did, some super dark black, some a little bit faded, and then I'm putting down some journaling. Like I said, I don't really remember the little details about the night that I wish I could document, but I do remember enough about it, just how we went out, and when we went to the bar, we had like a little photo shoot, and then my boyfriend also dyed his mustache and then got an infection. So in the photos, it looks a little distracting. But that's a story for another day. I'm just looking through these, and I figured that I would put some more of these little alphas, and I think I'm doing more stamping. I think. Let's see what I end up doing. Yes, I'm adding just a little bit of the stamp to the picture. Again, not making the stamp super crisp, making it a little bit more textured, and I actually really like how that turned out. I'm really proud of myself for using the stamps more. I used the 2 stamps that came in the kits, in case you were wondering. The main kit and then the Project Life kit. And then I'm adding a couple more of these pink word stickers, and the only bad thing about this kit is, I guess it was February, so I see why it's a little bit more lovey, but almost all of these had to do with love. Which is fine when you're having a picture with your boyfriend, but when you just have pictures with friends, it wasn't ideal. Um, but yeah, this is the end of it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this Project Life video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and thank you for watching.